What's going on, everybody, and welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Seahawks. Just going to continue talking about training camp. Day 3 was yesterday, so day 4 is today. You guys are going to be there, and I'm just so jealous you guys are going to be there once more, stuck here in Arizona. But hey, I guess I'm happy following from afar for at least right now. So, but I'm just going to be talking about training camp. So without further ado, if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. And let's get on with the video. Alrighty, so, yeah. Day 3 was yesterday. A lot of stuff to go through. First things first, let's talk about this. We brought back Marquise Blair, and Marquise Blair, he's been an enigma, but it's mainly because he's just been hurt. Like, he was a second-round pick. We drafted him in the hopes that he could be, that next great safety for us. At least be a great, next Pro Bowler for us. But it's just injury after injury after injury just derailed his career. I mean, he's been through the ringer when it comes to injuries. I mean, he literally tore his Achilles last year. He suffered an Achilles tear, but he was released on a NFI designation, which is strange. So I wonder if he suffered the Achilles tear outside of like football-related activities, which is slightly concerning, but nonetheless, that's what happened. But that means with that Achilles tear, he has had a torn ACL, an Achilles tear, and a patellar tendon injury since 2020, and that's just unlucky. It's just unlucky. That's what it is. We brought him in. We brought him in on safety depth. I mean, we have Rayshawn Jenkins, we have Kayvon Wallace, we re-signed Julian Love, who's probably our top safety right now after cutting Diggs and Adams. So just bringing back in Marquise Blair. What if he has a career resurgence under Mike Macdonald? Things like this can happen. So I kind of like the move by John Schneider, bringing him back, and just keeping him in the league and just trying to keep him on his feet, and I respect that. And hopefully he has somewhat of a career resurgence, and can at least make some meaningful contributions. Like before we had Marquise Blair, and before we signed like all those safeties, Julian Love was the only safety that we had on the active roster, I think. Maybe unless we brought up Ty Okada. Or Sutherland, who were practice squad players last year, back when Sutherland was on the team. But we didn't have a safety. After we cut Diggs and Adams, I'm not counting Kobe Bryant because he's slotted as a corner. Julian Love was like the only safety we had until we brought in Kayvon Wallace and Rayshawn Jenkins. And now we have Marquise Blair, so we have some depth now, which is great to see. On top of Ty Okada, who's a practice squad player. So I wish you the best, Blair, and I hope you can have some meaningful snaps with us. Moving on, we're just going to talk about just notes and highlights from day 3. This is I'm going to be bouncing around between SI and field goals. So shout out to both of you guys. So let's get right into it. So first things first, unfortunately, I guess I'll start off with the bad before we start off with the good. Draymond Jones leaves practice earlier with an injury, kind of not good because he seemed promising entering this offseason with McDonald as our head coach. But apparently it's not that serious, according to Greg Bell. He collided with a teammate in the middle of the field at the end of a play in 11 on 11. He finished the series, stayed out the rest of the practice, walked off the field with ice wrap on his leg. Didn't appear too serious. Could get tomorrow off since Seahawks are off Sunday. That's great to hear. I'm glad to hear that. So it appears that he was able to walk off and just had a ice wrap. I think on SI, I believe they said it was a hamstring injury. I remember seeing it was a hamstring injury somewhere. Yeah, so it appeared to grab at his hamstring. So hopefully it's nothing serious. We do need Draymond Jones, and we signed him back, and I think he can be good under Mike Macdonald's defense. So, but moving on, Baker and George Fant sat out. But I believe even though Baker just came out, he is joining Fant as a veteran, being off on a veteran rest day. So George Fant has gotten occasional veteran rest days, and today appeared as though it may have been one. Didn't hear from McDonald afterwards, so no official injury updates. Seattle has moved McClendon Curtis from right guard to right tackle to back up Fant, so he's the next man up there. So that's great. Another next man up mentality opportunity for a lot of these guys. With these guys getting off days, I'm hoping McDonald can install his own version of the next man up mentality, like Pete did. Like, it's if someone gets hurt, like under Pete, if someone got hurt, next man up, perform. Some stuff like that. I think in this case, I think he's trying to force a next man up mentality, which I do like. Like, hey, this guy's gonna be off this day. Step in. Let's see what you got. Or hey, if someone is gonna be injured. Same thing with under Pete. Someone is gonna be injured. We need you to step in. I want you to prove yourself and like show us who you can be for us, basically. And I hope he can instill that into these guys, and I think he will. Gino had a very strong day. He is after yesterday, it is clear and cut that Gino is the starter for the Seattle Seahawks entering this season. In addition to his trademark accuracy, his decision-making and timing stood out. And compared to Sam Howell, it wasn't even close. It was not even close, which is slightly alarming. Which may seem slightly alarming in Sam Howell's case, but let me talk about that for a second. So that may seem alarming, but keep in mind, like I said, Sam Howell, he is 23, he is on a brand new team, and he's facing a brand new defensive scheme that is objectively better than what they were running in Washington last year. So he is facing a harder defense. Even with no pads, he's still facing better coverages than he did. So, but apparently, yeah. Here's what Gino had to say with the offensive development in Grubb's new system. It's a work in progress. We're only 3 days into camp, Smith said. Like I said, we got a long way to go. There can be no complacency in this group, and I don't see that. I like that right there. I like that because it's Gino, it's our quarterback saying, hey, he's setting the tone. I'm setting the tone here. I want you guys to perform. I don't want you guys to be complacent, and you guys haven't. So he's complimenting them while at the same time giving them a warning, and I like that. Everyone's got to continue to push themselves and try to get better every single day. That's the reason we're out here. That's the reason for training camp. You want to build up to the season. You shouldn't be at your best right now. But I do feel like we're at a really good spot. And like I said, we just got to push each other every day. We got to go in there and watch the film, clean up the things, the mistakes that we had on the field today, and take practice tomorrow with a vengeance, with a purpose, and try to get better. I love this from Gino, man. This is just more and more of a reason why he is our starter and why no one else on our team deserves to be starter over him and why we paid him that contract. He is a leader. He is showing that he is a leader. Like, just going back to like last year or 2022, I will not forget this. When Lockett had that dropped touchdown pass, Gino went up to him and was like, man, hey, Lockett, Tyler, I need you. Do not let that affect you. I still need you. I'm going to go to you again. And sure enough, he went to him again, and Tyler Lockett caught a game sealing, like putting away the game touchdown, which was great. That is what we need from our quarterback, and I love to see that. But like I said, Sam Howell struggling with accuracy. Apparently he has the right reads. It's just he just is inaccurate. And like I said, he's still very young. And like I said, on a new team, facing a new scheme, even though he is, seems like he is making the right reads. It's just he is inaccurate, and honestly, that's good for him in my opinion because I feel like he knows he's inaccurate. He knows he's inaccurate right now. He knows he's missing a lot of wide open throws. That's good for him because the earlier you catch that, the better. And hopefully by preseason he can clean that up and he be somewhat like what he was last year. Throwing 4,000 yards and throwing some nice throws. And so it is still early, and I wouldn't worry about it. So. But yeah, Byron Murphy and Tyrese Knight start in 11 on 11 drills. That is great to hear. Byron Murphy, our top pick. I'm glad to see him thicken to the fold. And Tyrese Knight, I'd like to see him coming in at interior linebacker since Baker is sitting out, which is great to hear because Knight was slotted to be on Mike McDonald slotted him to be on an outside linebacker this year on the edge. So I like to see that he's bringing him back in, where putting him in the position that he was in Seattle, or not in Seattle, in college. And, the earlier that we start with him getting his reps in interior linebacker, the better. Because by the time he, in his second, third year, he becomes more acclimated to the league and the game slows down for him, I feel like he could be great for us if we give him the reps early on. Tyler Lockett, year 10, like crazy. This is just drills between Dodson and Knight. Whoa! Hold up, replay that. You see it? That was. Oh my, this is Knight right here. Look at his feet. Oh my goodness. And then look at Dodson's compared to Dodson's. Look at the difference. Oh my goodness, he is shifty. Knight is shifty. And that is great because if you are shifty as an interior linebacker and you develop that and you combine that with being knowing the game well, this doesn't want to load. That's huge. Because that means you could get somewhere and get a pick off a ball, force a fumble on an unsuspecting player, pass deflection, stuff like that. That's great to hear. Why is this not 1 and 2? I'm gonna refresh this real quick. All right, you know what? That's okay. But yeah, just one more time. That's just fast, so fast. This is huge too. Also new coach Mike McDonald and staff. Each day early in camp practice, Seahawks defensive players rotate through 3 stations of drills: wrap and punch, tackling angles, and pursuit out of change of direction. I love that because from the sounds of it, since this is new, it doesn't seem like Pete did this. He didn't do this with the players last year or during his tenure here in Seattle. Wrap and punch, that is fumbles, forced fumbles. Tackling angles, tackling it from a weird angle, which we struggled a lot with the past few years. And pursuit out of change of direction, such as I think what they mean by that is like you're going one way and then the ball is going another way and you just immediately know where to go, stuff like that. That is great to see, and that's probably why a lot of these players in Baltimore raved about McDonald's defense, because of these type of drills, focusing on fundamental football. This is literally just fundamental football right here. So glad to see that. And then let's take a look at this. Oh my goodness, I saw this yesterday and it's just, oh my goodness, look at that play. Holy moly. Year 10? Are you sure, Lockett? Like, come on, man. That is insane. Glad he's on our team, man. Like, you know what? You know who that reminds me of? Glad I pulled this up too. Let's take a look at this. Make sure this isn't too loud.
3rd down and 10.
You already know. You already know, man.
Lock, end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Oh my goodness. It may not look like it, but it was literally the exact same touchdown. Drew Lock with the backpack Sally, Cheeto. Oh my goodness. All right, like that. This game was the highlight of last season. No other game no other game topped this game right here. I don't care what anyone says. This was the game last year. And I feel like our quarterback room last year was the best in the league in terms of vibes. Like just Drew Lock throwing the backpack Selly, Gino copying him, and just he had the shiesty on. Like, oh my goodness, man. Like, but yeah, look at that. It's literally the exact same touchdown. It's literally the exact same touchdown. The bobble, the foot, the control, like, it's literally Tyler Lockett. And that's, JSN is Tyler Lockett 2.0. I mean, he literally is. And I'll do it one more time. I mean, that's literally the same catch. Like, that is crazy. Might be better than JSN's game winner. Sorry, JSN. But then again, JSN's was a game winner. So, yeah, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. JSN takes the cake. But yeah, that's great to see it. That Gino threw it perfectly in the breadbasket too. Great to see. But there was something I wanted to see here. Apparently, PJ Walker is outshining Sam Howell for at least for a day, which is very concerning. But then again, PJ Walker is more acclimated to the league than Sam. So I feel like once this game slows down for Sam, he'll be better. So like I said, I would not. I mean, he did make solid throws though, like Howell. See, for a touchdown in the red zone, that scoring toss was sandwiched between a trio of bad misses. So yeah, but it's okay. Apparently, Mike Morris has been going crazy, which is great to see considering, like I said, he was coached by McDonald in Michigan in 2021 when McDonald was their defensive coordinator. He was in 3 tech and end spots, and he's just been wreaking havoc on the O-line. So great to see. So no battle on the outside. Maybe fiercer than Metcalf against Brown in early stages of camp. And I know Brown, he's on a contract year. So I know Brown is going to battle his butt off right now. And he has shown promise last year, and this year he's showing promise too. So I think he can be really, really good for us this season. And I already went over Draymond Jones' injury. Hopefully it will not be serious. And yeah, Tyrese Knight, he's playing at weak side linebacker, which is nice to see. So he'll be on the side of where like the wide receivers line up, instead of where the tight ends line up, which is nice to see. While Baker, Fant, and James were all held out for rest, the Seahawks also had but hopefully for Jones, it's nothing serious. Like I said, it was just a hammy, so hopefully it's nothing serious. But yeah. Moving on. I gotta watch this. Shout out to ML Seahawks for posting this. Like I saw this and I was just like, man, no way. Here, I gotta go back because it. Sorry. It's like, there we go. He is just jamming out in there, man. And this is why I love Devin Witherspoon, man. He just brings that energy to this team that we need, and I just love it. Oh my goodness, I'm copying at Devin Witherspoon. Like I've already decided, like even before this, Devin Witherspoon is the next jersey I'm gonna cop. I'm gonna get a throwback Devin Witherspoon jersey, like that, and then after that I'm gonna get a JSN jersey, cause oh my goodness, like just seeing him do this and just his energy. I love Devin Witherspoon, man. I'm glad we picked him. It's just, yeah. I mean, we got this. This team has a lot going for it in the next couple of years with Mike McDonald at the helm, and I feel like this year we're gonna surprise a lot of people. Even though I'm gonna make an updated record prediction, because my last record prediction video, I said 7-10 initially, just because, like I said, new regime and new players, some new players. We traded some players, cut some players. So I thought we might not be off to a good start, the start that we want to at least. And I'm thinking we could honestly have a better first year than I think. I honestly think we could have a winning record. Like I think we could go 10-7. I really think we can. If all the cards fall in the right place, I feel like we can have like a D'Amico Ryans type situation last year in Houston. Like we can go 10-7 and make the playoffs and surprise people. And you know what? Just let the rest of the league continue to sleep on us, because that's what we've always been on. That's what we've always been throughout our entire franchise's existence, a slept-on team. Even during the Legion of Boom days, even though we had the Legion of Boom and the Legion of Boom established itself as the best defense in the league, a lot of people did doubt us to win the Super Bowl in 2013. A lot of people even doubted us to make it back the next year. Even though we lost, a lot of people said that we weren't going to make it back. So we're always consistently being doubted by mass media, but I just know that's just more fuel fuel in the tank for these guys. So sorry if you heard that, but yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how training camp continues, and preseason's seriously only like 2 weeks away from this day, I think. So really excited to see that. But I think that's all I have for this video. I'm probably going to make another follow-up training camp video before the first preseason game happens, so stay tuned for that. I'll also make more Mariners videos in the future, as I've posted the last one, so I'll be making more, especially since the season. This is the crucial time of the season for the Mariners. It's do or die here. It is do or die, and like my last video, it is do or die. So yeah, I'll be making more videos on them. Like I said, if you want to have any suggestions on other videos you would like me to make, like I'm gonna make more Kraken videos as the season rolls around, and I might make some Storm videos as they come back, because they're in the middle of an All-Star break too. So if you want any videos, and even like I said, even if it's not Seattle, just let me know, and I can get around to that. So, but in other ways, if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. And thank you for stopping by. Have a good day, and go Seattle sports.